Welcome to the Good Neighbor Nation Health and Wellness Series, brought to you by Renew You Natural Health and Beauty, where we make wellness feel possible and turn everyday choices into stronger living. Each episode brings you uplifting conversations, local resources, and practical tips to help you look better, feel stronger, be emotionally balanced, and more connected to the community around you. So, take a breath and settle in, because feeling better starts right where you are.
Welcome, good neighbors. Today we're talking about the natural revolution with Dr. Greet from Renew You. We're breaking down Renew. What is it, how it works, what it feels like, and why natural rejuvenation may be more about than just looking younger. So welcome, Dr. Greet. Let's start off with the phrase itself, the natural revolution. You guys use that phrase. What does that mean in plain English to you guys?
The natural revolution is that more clients are going to the way of natural rejuvenating and using the REnew device to make that happen. So it's something new, it's electrical modulation, and we're all going in that direction.
And what are they typically moving away from? Traditional means to do that?
Traditional means such as, I would say, Botox and fillers, due to the data that we have now, long-term data. Of course, Botox is a toxin, and fillers, they are not disappearing in the face. They are migrating, what becomes very unhealthy, and then fluid builds up. So people that know the data will go for a natural approach.
Very nice, very nice. So someone that's brand new to Renew You, what's the simplest way to explain what it does, what the process is?
Well, we trigger actually with the REnew device. It's a microcurrent. We trigger the natural rejuvenation from the inside. So our body is a self-healing, or self-healing in general. And we go to a cellular level. We trigger that with a microcurrent that the body is reacting to build up the muscles in your face, ligaments, bone structures. So that's really what it is.
Got it. And so it's inside out healing kind of, right? And then I've heard something called biofeedback loops. What are those?
Yes. So the biofeedback loops, that means that the procedure is really long lasting because we work with your central system, and you have a pathway that goes to your central system and then a pathway that goes back to the muscle. So that's a loop, and that loop will be rejuvenated. So you have better contractions of the muscle, but also better relaxation. So more balance. And we really need relaxation to not form wrinkles in the face.
And then do things like stress, inflammation, aging, all that stuff interfere with these loops?
Absolutely. Stress, inflammation, if somebody's stressed, you can see the tightness in their face. You can see that, and it will age you much quicker. Inflammation, long-term chronic inflammation is the cause of long chronic diseases, such as neuropathy or cancer or whatever. Being diabetic is all the cause is inflammation. So we want to work at the cellular level that we keep the cells healthy and they function in the right way.
So instead of chasing maybe one symptom, you're looking at the body as a connected system, correct?
Absolutely. The body is electricity. So the cells communicate in the right way. If they stop communicating in the right way, that's when you form actually also, for example, long-term diseases. So communication is very important. So the electrolytes in your body are important. And so the right frequencies are important. So to have a healthy, inside of our body.
So does modern medicine still play a part in this?
I would say, modern medicine, we still need it for acute situations. Like, for example, we have a stroke, we need to go to the hospital. We have a heart attack, we need to go to the hospital. We have a fracture, we need to go to the hospital. But otherwise, the REnew device, the natural revolution, is really preventing inflammation, so you will never create symptoms as a heart attack or as cancer. or as, other diseases. So we really want to go to more prevention and keep that cell communication healthy, no inflammation. And so our cells communicate perfect, and it's more preventative medicine.
Absolutely. Preventative maintenance. We do that a lot. We do it with our vehicles. Before it becomes a problem, we want to take care of it before it becomes a problem. So
absolutely.
Walk us through the first visit. What happens when somebody comes in and they're curious about REU?
Well, the first visit, we will go oversee what, they see as an issue. Let's say we talk about neck and face. If they want to have some lifting, we will talk about this is not a quick fix, such as Botox and fillers. It's going to take time because your body is going to heal inside, and that is taking time. So we do about 4 treatments close to each other to kick in that self-healing mechanism. And then the tone of the muscles in your face will get, you get more tone. So the shape of your face will change like it is a facelift. The only difference is that you look like yourself, but you look like yourself when 10 years ago or 15 years ago. Everybody is a little different depending on their lifestyle. And then the client can decide that they move on with the treatment.
So what's the first change people visibly see? Is it physical? Is it emotion? Is it energy?
Actually, when they come in after the first treatment, they can visibly see actually, that they're more awake, more alert. It's very relaxing because we take a picture before the treatment the first time, and we take immediately after the treatment picture, put them next to each other. They can see like a difference immediately. They look glowing. They feel relaxed because it's also, it's a relaxation therapy. It's used in mental health, actually. So no downtime. They can move on with their life as before. It's all good. There's nothing negative about it.
That is great. And so what are you seeing currently what's the main reason people are coming to see and use REU right now? Sorry.
Because I think more and more people are starting to look into natural solutions. They see, the people on the street that are overdone with fillers and Botox. They're getting away from, they see people with these swollen faces, overdone. And not to say fillers are, in my way of thinking, unhealthy. But if a physician would do it very minimum, and not overdo it and keep on filling and filling when you go over that limit and you look like you have a swollen face, or you look like everybody else that goes to that same doctor. And they just, at a certain point, they should say enough, and that's it. So people that look at other individuals and they see that they look weird because they really start looking weird after a while, those people will move on to the natural rejuvenation. So they want to look like themselves. So we call it's you, but only younger. So you're really going to look like yourself still.
So what claims would you personally maybe avoid because they, overpromise?
Well, if I would probably, if the client is living an unhealthy lifestyle, your body is not going to give you the results of self-healing. If your nutrition is not good, you use too much sun, you're in the sun too much, and you drink a lot of alcohol. When you're not living a healthy lifestyle, you're probably not the best candidate for the natural, rejuvenation, because you need to be healthy to have that also healthy look from the outside.
Absolutely. And you mentioned being here in Florida. So what's your Florida-proof advice for protecting the results?
Well, like we say, just sun protection. It's sun protection when you go out in the sun, especially, during the day when you're boating, sun protection and reapply it, and wear a hat. So we can do the treatment as long as you use sun protection, wear a hat, and when you're really out in the sun the whole day, you have to reapply. Or you play pickleball or you play tennis outside, reapply your sun protection.
Yeah, it's not like you can cause all this damage and miraculously come in and have it all fixed. You need to do your part and take care of yourself as well.
Yes. Yes. And consistency is the key thing, like with anything is you have to be consistent with your treatment at home, what we give you as a home program, and that's really just most of the time it's a very simple treatment. It's sun protection and a moisturizer or a corrective serum. We want to keep it as simple as possible, but you need to be consistent, what we tell you to do. Anybody, I would say 80% is, if we do the Renew treatment here, 80% is still getting better what you do at home.
Absolutely. So if somebody wants to be part of the natural revolution, but feels maybe a little bit overwhelmed, where should they start?
Well, they just can come in and we do consultations and explain it. And, that's really explain it as good as we can. It's pretty simple to explain. We show the device. There is no negative side effects. Only when you have a pacemaker, we will not treat you, or you have epilepsy. But otherwise, they come in, we can explain it. We show before and after pictures from people that are treated. We show pictures after 1 treatment, after 4 treatments, so they can see the difference. And then they can decide they want to do that or not.
And are there certain things that are tracked? Obviously, you're tracking things over, say, maybe a month's time to see whether they're improving or not.
Yes. Yeah. Pictures are very important. Our pictures were taken exactly at the same spot with the camera exactly at the same spot. So we will compare apples with apples. So with the same light, and we do a picture before the first treatment, after the first treatment, after the 4th treatment, and then, maybe when they're done and start their maintaining process. So really they can see their progress.
Very good. So to close things out, what does true rejuvenation mean to you? Not just cosmetically, but in confidence, vitality, and basically your quality of life.
Yeah. True rejuvenation starts at a cellular level. If we don't start treating people at their cellular level, there is no true rejuvenation. It starts from within. There is nothing that can help from the outside. And I think the past with the lasers, with all, the fillers, the Botox, proved that there is no true rejuvenation from the outside. That's just very temporary, and you look at the end really bad. True rejuvenation, comes from a cellular level, and your whole body is healthy, and it will show it on the outside.
Very good. Any last words for our listeners today?
Right now, I would say jump on the wagon of the natural revolution, because we are ahead of the game. And pretty soon, all the places that have the Renew device will be so booked you cannot get in.
That's a good problem to have, especially for you.
Yeah.
Dr. Greet, thank you. It was great. It's been a pleasure speaking with you and looking at Renew and the natural revolution. Hope to be part of it moving forward. Get out there and get it done.
Thank you. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you. Take care.
Thank you for spending this time with the Good Neighbor Nation Health and Wellness series. Brought to you by Renew You, Natural Health and Beauty, where feeling better is a community project, not a solo mission. If today's episode helped you, share it with a friend and check the show notes for local resources and next steps you can try this week. Until next time, be gentle with yourself, celebrate the small wins, and remember, better days are built one breath, one choice, and one good neighbor at a time. Also, to nominate your favorite health and wellness expert to be on the show, or to learn more about this podcast series or our many others, go to goodneighbornation.com. Until next time, support local, be a good neighbor, and we'll see you at the beach. And remember to cabo until ya wabo.